you all the same. We appreciate the good work that you're doing. And allow me now to bring in Timothy Otieno. He's in Homa Bay. Timothy, what's happening on the ground in Homa Bay?
Well, in Homa Bay, just like the other 4 counties in Luo Nyanza, no polling station was able to register any voter to come out and vote in this vast county that hosts about 8 constituencies. However, in some of those 8 constituencies, there were pockets of unrest as some protesters battled with police. And unfortunately, Linda, we are receiving reports that late this evening, one of the casualties of those pockets of unrest was a 14-year-old boy in Suba South constituency in Mbita town who was shot near his home, a standard 8 pupil, and succumbed to his injuries at a nearby hospital. But the pockets of unrest that I have mentioned received a lot of attention, not only from the residents here, but even from the leaders. I was able to track down the Rangwe Member of Parliament who had the following to say about the use of force in today's demonstrations.
I even in Rangwe, when they got in the morning, they went just loosely shooting. They were in the Rangwe center. They went loosely shooting live bullets, and they were also throwing. Yeah, they are giving me one of the whatever the empty. This is an empty cartridge that was gotten from Rangwe. You can see I'm being given right now. So why are they using force on Kenyans? As you have seen, we are peaceful.
Timothy, I've just listened into that bite, and it's a lot of concern about the use of excessive force by the police. We've also had similar sentiments from Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, and he was basically referring to the kind of police brutality they've witnessed in Kisumu. As a matter of fact, the leaders in Kisumu are saying there will be no voting in Kisumu. What are you hearing from the leaders in Homa Bay?
Well, the leaders in Homa Bay are actually echoing the same. Now, aside from that one child who I mentioned was shot dead in Suba South constituency, there were a total of 7 victims this afternoon in Homa Bay town. And out of the 7, 2 of them were nursing gunshot wounds and were rushed to the nearby Homa Bay hospital. So it's indeed a matter of grave concern for not only the leaders but the residents here. And now that even the IEBC has said that on Saturday there may be a repeat election in this particular county where no election took place today, and more reinforced security, then perhaps we could be seeing similar, if not worse, conditions on Saturday. But Linda, it's not only about the police brutality or alleged police brutality that is a matter of concern. In the in Kabondo Kasipul constituency, there was grave concerns raised by the Member of Parliament there, Honorable Eve Obara, who claimed that the former Member of Parliament for that particular constituency, Honorable Sylvanus Osele, had a scheme to sneak in a few area residents to allegedly vote for the Jubilee Party in that particular constituency. Now, she claimed that the former MP, Honorable Osele, hosted a delegation of a few members of his constituency at his home yesterday evening with the approval of area police. But of course, Honorable Osele denied these allegations, and this is what he had to say.
I want to say that in all the 72 polling stations, no voting. According to the law, voting is supposed to be within the polling stations. Gazetted polling station, recognized polling stations. As far as we are concerned, all the polling stations, there was no voting. And I'm saying no with capital N-O, no.
We are seeing next year is called Kanyamara Primary School. It is not a gazetted polling station. My home is neither a gazetted polling station, so there is no way we would have people voting here. I vote at a school called Ogenga Polling Station, which is across the river. So they mentioned Ogenga voting going on. They have gone, they have not seen. They said it is my home. You have come, you have also not seen there is no voting. I don't have a problem with anybody, but I also wish to state that so far I'm an independent candidate that went to election won. And I'm not therefore under jurisdiction or control of anybody as to what I do, as long as I'm not interfering with anybody else.
Well, we were able to speak to some IEBC officials in that particular constituency. Now, get this, Linda. In that particular constituency, there are about over 70 polling stations, and we spoke to the constituency returning officer earlier on today. And it was only him and his deputy who arrived on duty this morning out of a workforce of about 227 people. Out of those 227, 5 of them came, but later on disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Many of them were not answering their phone calls when the returning officer called, except one of them who said he feared for his life and would not be able to conduct the elections. So in this county, no elections have taken place. A county that, by the way, has about 472,000 votes. Will those registered voters come out on Saturday as per the directive of the IEBC? Highly unlikely, considering what the NASA leader said yesterday in regards to his push for electoral reforms, Linda.
Timothy, let's see how that plays out, because we listened into IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati as well, and he said we can't keep extending the right to vote after Saturday. Let's see how that plays